Why is it changed?
Well, I don't know why. Bring our best at every aspect of the week. So it's your diet, behaviour around hotel, attitude in training, and your performance, because your good players will look after itself. But you know, anybody drops below standards around the hotel in terms of respectfulness to opponents or staff, you do not play. It's as simple as that. When you're wearing this badge, you're representing Northern Ireland in the academy, the league programme, you have to set standards because people are looking at you. Alright? See you on the pitch. This is the bit people don't see, Kieran. This is the preparation from Senior Lynch.
That's not a video, is it?
I think, in my opinion, and the association stance is that we need to have the right people working in developing football. It's not about the coaches, it's not about the result. Even though the result can be a measurement tool at times, it's all about the end product. How many players can we have playing the game for our senior national team in years to come? And that's our key outcome. Everybody in this programme knows what the results are, what the outcomes are, is to develop players. And as we say, results are short term, and you're not in elite performance, elite development for short term. You're in there for long term results. Well, look, we spoke about it right across the pathway with Jared Little, with Gareth McCauley and Hughesy. We want to bring that Northern Irishness out in our pathway across both boys and girls. We've been working across the squads now, and we want good people. It's absolutely, it's no coincidence that good people, go far in life, and we tell the players that the one trait that Northern Irish people have, we're humble and we work hard, and that's a fundamental before we get into any sort of coaching or any sort of tactical. Some will lack the last couple of games in periods of the game, stacked with the crowds, I believe. So that's the thing. Want you all good players. Saying we look after bringing the talent in, we won't play. Having loads of that. I mean, loads of players make mistakes, but it's about how you bounce back after those mistakes.
We will score from a set play tomorrow. No doubt about it. Merlin, Hawkeye, Jack Doherty, Oscar. Okay? It's going to be aggressive, go and win headers, get them on target. That's how they set up.
The hurt, the medicine, and then we're going to Tuesday. All we can do. Chris, anything else?
No. Then we scored at half time. Second half was better. Still can improve on it, but was better. So we take those positives and we take them into the next match, as Andy said. The joy of this tournament is there's a game in about day and a half, yeah? So we'll look at the video, we'll clip, we'll work on it, and we'll prepare for it in the Republic on Tuesday night. But we learn the lesson from there. You're not on top of your game, you get punished. Yeah, no matter who you're playing, whether it be Scotland or Republic or Wales, yeah, you've got to be at it. You've got to be at it from the first whistle to the last. You will get punished. So we learn those lessons and we move on.
That's only a game, lads. That's all it is. It's a game of football. It's a game of football and good players. Strip them all back. It's just a game of football.
The first game against Scotland, we probably didn't play anywhere near where we know we're capable of, but it was a learning curve for the players. You know, it was a big competition, lots of people there, expectations and the pressure, and I think there were a lot of positives to take out of that game and a lot of learning, but we did sort of make mistakes and were punished, and that's what happens in international football. But you've seen the camaraderie within this group as well, that those friendships are forged and those bonds are forged within the JD Academy and the wider national performance programme. You know, within this Victory Shield squad there's 14 players from the JD Academy, which is great, but there is also a mixture of players who aren't in the academy, who are part of our national performance programme, which is another strand. And for them to gel for camps like this and our preparation throughout the year, getting the players together and building relationships is key for footballers. It's not all about tactical and technical performance. You've got to remember there's a person there too, and forging those relationships and between players and staff is vital for any type of success and development.
There's so much up and down in football, and they've just started off their career playing football for the country. Victory Shield, the next step up is the under-17s, and it's difficult for the young players, and I'm here to try and help them as much as I can. I've had lots of downs and a few ups. Football, there's more downs in the game than there's ups in the game. But I give them as much help as I can, especially young Will and Big Josh as well. Both keepers, and I know what it's like if you make a mistake as a goalkeeper, it ends up at the back of the net, and that's part of the game, being a goalkeeper. And I try and help the keepers and try and help the outfield players as well. Good bunch of lads we have here. We're trying to teach them the good things off the pitch as well, and things on the pitch, what you have to be working hard. Especially for playing for Northern Ireland, you need to give everything you can and focus very hard in these games. It's been good for the young players. Like, we've been taking them up to the JD Academy for the last 3 or 4 months since they came back from school. It's a good experience for them to come down here, play against three good countries in Scotland, Wales and the Republic of Ireland.
I've known Roy Carroll for a year now, since the first time with the U16 was when we played Chelsea. We won 4-0 there, and I've got to know Roy a lot more since then. And he's helped me as a person and as a player as well, developed a lot more, become more confident. And then him being a player as well, obviously he's been in the situation I'm in now, so it makes it a lot easier.
Energy. After that, your talent will take you through. You've got to get those basics right. That's a given for any Northern Ireland team. Let's make sure it happens today.
Alright, Ryan, once you step off the bus, chest out, confident players, and have to believe in yourself.
Pitch is playing like a dream. I love playing myself. Good night for it. Really good night for it.
Nice and loud, set pieces nice and loud. Organised quick, alright?
Right, listen.
We're focused, we're ready. I can feel it. I like this. One thing I'll say, you can sort out whatever happens on the pitch. You have all the tools. You've demonstrated over the last year. You have to believe in yourself. I'm expecting performance. Don't even think about letting yourself down. All right, let's go. As a fan, as a coach, working within the association, I thought they were remarkable. They took everything on board that we had asked them for the previous game, and that's all you can ask as a coach, especially in development football. They've lost the game well, there's a point, and then you lose the bonus point because we're beating penalties, but I just spoke to the boys in there. They're really disappointed, and I had to reassure them that that performance tonight was excellent, and the most important thing in this area of the game is that they develop. They take things on board, and they have done that.
Fantastic. I mean, I went to see this group just as a neutral at Chelsea whenever they were over playing Chelsea. I think it was maybe around about a year ago, and they were absolutely fantastic. Really good group. High energy group, and I've kept an eye on them ever since. You know, and obviously speaking to Andy and Chris as well, and checking in with them. So when I got the opportunity to come and work with this group through Andy, it was something that I was really excited about. Great bunch of boys who want to learn. First half in the Scotland game didn't quite go to plan, as you say. Great reaction in the second half, and I thought last night to each one of them boys and their families, they should be so proud of them. They were excellent. Listen, every kid's dream whenever they're growing up playing football is to represent their country, and I was fortunate enough to do that there. Against Italy, who were world champions at the time, so that'll always be great memories for myself and my family. It's strange because I'm kind of making the transition from player to staff coach, and the preparation is just completely different.
My name's Gareth Robinson. I'm physiotherapist at the IFA JD Academy, and I'm also physio with the Victory Shield squad this week. Obviously, my primary role is around injury and the management of injuries, but also at the Academy, the physio role is to try and complement the football and physical development of our players. In camp, obviously it's competitive, so working with anything that occurs through games, helping with recovery and preparation for the next game.
I've seen the bag with Nevin Spence's name on it. That's there's obviously a connection there. Can you tell us a bit about that and why we have the bag with us?
So Nevin is someone who I worked alongside and was fortunate to observe his career in rugby. I was also there at the time of his tragic death, along with his dad and his brother. So obviously everyone was affected by Nevin's passing, and one of the things that I promised his sister Emma that I would do, I would keep his memory alive. Obviously with my role at pitchside, it was a nice way to keep his name so that fans could see it, and obviously honour what Emma wanted me to do. And I added in the line underneath it, always with us, because as we have seen ever since, Nevin very much is in everyone's thoughts. Before rugby, Nevin was an international underage footballer, and in 2005 he represented Northern Ireland at the Victory Shield. So I feel a real sense of poignancy being here this week, and almost like I'm following in his footsteps, which I feel very privileged to do. I spoke to his mum before I came and let her know that I was coming to the Victory Shield and the connection with Nevin. So that was very important for me, and important for me to let her know.
That wins the game tomorrow. Mentality. Last game, teams on Saturday morning. Whoever's on it will win the game. Whichever nation is on it will win the game. And we're together. No matter what, we're together. Somebody takes your mate down, you're over. Everybody's over. So if your mate makes a mistake, pick them up. Somebody's getting a tough time, a couple minutes, pick them up. The leader. Sometimes it even takes a tackle to get everybody going. Big, strong players are Northern Irishness.
Let's make sure our set pieces have been very good all week. Make sure it continues tomorrow. And all it is desire to defend the goal and desire to attack the ball. Desire in both boxes is huge, it's massive. Go and want to keep a clean sheet, go and want to score a goal. Yeah? Get your name on the score sheet. Make sure we keep a clean sheet. Aggression. We do that, I have every confidence we're going to win this game. Every confidence we're going to win this game. We're going to put it in front of us. Yeah. Good luck.
One step's all you need. I don't want you to see me right here. That's good.
Hungry, enthusiastic players, and remember, the green is on your back. We're representing the nation. Green's on your back. It's the place where we come from. Derry, Londonderry, Fermanagh, Belfast, Newry, Lurgan. We're representing that. We're representing the best of that. We have to show it. We have to show it. I'm looking at it in the eyes. There's a focus there. Right? Strong, aggressive, brave, good people. Let's go. Right?
Leave it all out there, bank of single one east. Come on.
Thank you. Cheers. main thing, this is a learning opportunity. We've learned so much in this Victory Shield. First day, probably didn't handle just nerves, but that's part and parcel of football. But then we learned from that, and our resilience afterwards was tremendous. We've learned to take in so much detail. The courage shown in the last 2 games has been an absolute credit to you. But most of all, the quality on show. Even the wee small things you probably don't even recognise yourself yet. How we move the ball, how we run, understanding where to be, receiving the ball, back foot. Even steady, come on late, where are you? Even when you receive the ball, I asked you to receive the ball, that ball run across your body, and you did it. That's a big part of your game you've now got. Alex Watson's timing of when to head the ball, when to step in, composure under pressure. Chris Atherton dribble the ball like an angel. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. 6 or 7 2008s in this squad as well. Burnside, quality. What I always say to you, you bring to this squad, what did you do today? Goals. Well done. Good reaction today.
I think it's been a really good camp for us. I think the only thing that we can have complaints about was probably the first half of the first game, and I think sometimes, in my understanding, in Northern Ireland, from our wee piece of land, we don't believe in ourselves enough, and that's all that we did in the first half against Scotland, was didn't believe in ourselves. You've seen the performance against Republic of Ireland, and you've seen the performance today, which was emphatic. So really proud, and every player, every squad member today deserves a real pat on the back.